Hi guys, welcome back. So today I want to be talking about, as you probably picked up on, the Psycho Fox series, or the Psycho Fox family, call it what how you will do. But as you know, the first one we're going to look at, Psycho Fox. What a shock! Now, Psycho Fox is not it's a platformer. It's kind of like it came out to fight against like Mario, to compete with Mario, should we say? Mario, brothers on the on the NES. Sorry. Now straight away you'll notice great color graphics, beautiful backgrounds, beautiful music, absolutely fantastic. Now you've got your main character who's a fox, and you've got little icons or items to pick up in these eggs. So it's a straightforward platform game. You'll go around, you'll find an egg, break it open, and pretty much straight away you've got this crow, or bird, or I don't know what you want to call it. It looks like a crow to me. That's pretty much your firepower. Now you've got your standard punch you can use, but also you've got your crow that will help. But he doesn't throw straight forward. You can throw him, but he throws in a funny kind of way, up and over, like you're bowling him, and it lands in front of you, a couple of feet in front of you. And this is how you can either kill bosses or baddies, and it's also, you've got your standard punch, like I said earlier. Now, the technique's a bit easy to get used to after a while, but you're doing straightforward platforming. Very simple, very basic. There are a few good challenges as well. So, now, great backgrounds, great colours. There's a variation of platforms in this as well. Now, the beauty of this is when you're actually picking up icons, you've got certain things. Now you've got things like I don't know what they look like, but that looks like some kind of weird stick with some silver squares on there. You've got a potion to pick up, and you've got a straw man to pick up. Now each one does a different thing. Like one will give you infinity for 10 seconds. Another one will give you whatever's on the screen. It just zaps it into a black hole straight away. And then your other item that you pick up, it lets you change into a character. Now, this game is getting really good now. If it's letting you change into another character, there's 4 characters overall. So you've got the fox, and then you've got the hippo. Now, the hippo, again, is not as good. So he doesn't jump as high, he doesn't run as fast. And but the good news with the hippo is he breaks the blocks. So every now and then you'll come across a block, and you'll end up needing to break it, so you turn into the hippo if you've got enough items to be able to do that. The other one is the monkey. You can turn into the monkey. The monkey can jump quite high, which comes in quite handy because there's a few platforms that you can't reach. And then the last one is the tiger. Now the tiger is the fastest at running. Absolutely brilliant. Gets you pretty much to the end of the level now pretty quick. Now, Psycho Fox is an absolutely fantastic game. Every now and then you'll be jumping around and you'll find this pole, and if you hit this pole hard enough, it springs you off to the other end of the screen, and you go flying halfway across the screen. And if you're running fast enough, sometimes you can run slow enough and you don't get much of a spring. But there's loads of variations. Some of the baddies are really hard as well. Now the good news is it's one. Well, I say the good news. The bad news is it's one hit kills. If you get hit straight away, you're dead. That's if you haven't got your crow. Now, if you've got your crow and your crow is on you, you've not fired it out at the time. The crow's with you. It doesn't kill you straight away. You lose your crow, but you keep your life. And then if you get hit again, you die. So it's pretty much instant death kills unless you got your crow. And if you, like I say, if you fired out your crow, then you get hit anyway, and it's still death. So keep your crow on you as best you can. But overall, guys, Psycho Fox, wow, what a game. Absolutely fantastic. You've got bonus stages as well. So while you're picking up items, you've also got things like coins or money bags. And at the end, if you've got any money bags, it gives you a little kind of maze where you've got 5 rows, and you can, depending on how many coins you've got, you can add, you can place a bet on each row. If you've got 5 coins, you've got 3 coins, you can only place 3 bets. And each one leads towards the end. When you get to the top, it gives you the option of to stop the screen, or should we say? And one's a hole, one's a house, and you can earn extra items as well. And the good news about this as well is all the way through the game there are hidden transports or warps. And so, you know, you find them. They're quite hard to find as well, so you do a lot of exploring. But if you find them, straight away you'll get sucked into a warp. They're invisible, so you have to throw your crow out anywhere. But once you've found one, you'll know, because it'll either stop. They're usually in the mid-air. You throw your crow at it, and it'll break it 3. You know, throw it 3 times, it'll break it. Takes you to a zone. And now in the zone, you'll be like, this looks familiar, because you can go to level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and so on and so on, depending on whereabouts you are in the stage. And straight away you'll be like, this is just like Mario. And yes, it is. It reminds you of Mario. But you can zoom to level 6 or zoom to level 7 if you find them warp zones pretty quick. Anyway, guys, Psycho Fox, wow, what a game. Absolutely amazing. 7 stages, or 7 rounds overall. There's 3 stages, 2 stages, and at the end of the 3rd stage you've got a boss to defeat. Quite difficult as well. It will offer a lot of challenge. So overall, guys, though, Psycho Fox, what a game. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely adore it. It's one of my favourites. If you've not played it, give it a try. It's probably one of the best platform games you will get on the Master System. Overall, guys, this is like 9 out of 10. Great game, absolutely fantastic. So, guys, that's Psycho Fox. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is Decapattack. Now, this is the 16-bit version to Psycho Fox, or the spiritual sequel, you could call it. Now, straight away, Decapattack is, you can see it's dark. You play a character called Chuck D-Head. Chuck D-Head, yeah. Chuck D-Head. Chuck. Oh, I get it, yeah. You're kind of like a headless mummy thingy, I don't know. And like Psycho Fox, straight away you have to go around. It's basic platform gaming, and you've got your special items to pick up, and your main kind of weapon is punch. Now also you've got, instead of the crow in this one, you've got a skull, so it kind of matches the lens on his head, so it looks like his complete body. It looks like it's kind of graveyard style, kind of Castlevania dark. And they've done a really good job on this, and I do like this one indeed. I really do like this one. You've got your special weapons still, same again. You pick up certain items, and one sucks everything into a vortex that's on the screen. The second one gives you invincibility for 10 seconds, and several things to choose from. Great platforming. Now this time you've got your poles again, so you can jump on your poles, and they will spring you over to the other side. Now, the beauty about this is you've got your life bar, more of a life bar. It's not one hit kills this time. You've got like 3, and each one, when you get hit, it takes half a heart off you. So I think you can get hit 6 times before you die, which is really good. And also, once you're collecting, same again, you're collecting your icons, you're collecting the coins, and when you get to the end of the level, you pick up the coins. Depending, you can still put bets on it, and you do the maze at the end, the bonus maze at the end, and you've got 5 sort of paths to choose from, and each one will determine what you're going to win at the end. So again, you'll stop the I don't know what to call it, but it's something that goes across the top, kind of like a casino mode sort of thing. And once you stop it, and each one has a different item, like a hole, a house. The house gives you extra lives. And you get different icons like a potion, an extra life. There's some holes in there, so the guys fall down the holes, you don't win anything. Now the beauty about this is the same thing. You've got 1 level, then a 2nd level in that area, then a 3rd level. You have to fight a boss at the end of it. Now there's a little bit of a twist in this one. When you get to the end, you fight the boss, and you can go to the end of the exit once you've killed the boss, and it doesn't let you leave. You have to find a special item hidden in the game on that level, so you have to go back and do it. Now the beauty about this one is as well, with Psycho Fox you couldn't go back on the screen, where in this one you can. So it scrolls up, down, left and right all the time. So plenty to do, plenty to games. Brilliant music, great graphics. Once again, I absolutely love it. You will notice a few similarities as well, which I'll go over in my next game. My next game is my favourite game. Once again, another spiritual sequel. It is Decapattack was only released in the UK and I think it was America, whereas the Japanese version was different. It's what we call Magical Hat Turbo Adventures, or Turbo Adventures of Magical Flying Hat, or from, now I'm going to read this one out, the Japanese name for it is Magikaru Hato no Batubi Tabo Daibuken. I think. Let's just call it Magical Hat, okay? But this is my favourite. I love this. I grew up with this one. I got Psycho Fox for Christmas one year, and I got that from my system. And when I ended up getting a Megadrive, I'd seen this review, and they said, yeah, certainly in a magazine, and they said this was the 16-bit version of Psycho Fox, and I always loved Psycho Fox. And this one is even better, 16-bit. Now, straight away, I can't say it's an upgrade from Decapattack. It's basically the Japanese version to Decapattack, and they've completely rehashed it. The levels are slightly different. It's the same, not the same layout. It's the same process that you got. One, you do your first level, then the second level, then the third level. At the end of it, you kill a boss. Now then, this one is slightly different because you've got your power-ups as usual, where you get you're infinite for a bit. You've got your thing that kills a warp zone, that kills everything on the screen, and then the best one. Now this one is some water levels, and you can pick up a power up that lets you turn into a submarine. That lets you for like 10 seconds, lets you go through the levels a lot quicker. Also, now this is the beauty about it. You've got another power up, a pill you can take. It turns you into giant mecha gorilla, big red and blue mecha gorilla that's got a massive cannon that fires. Now this is based on a Japanese. It's based on a Japanese cartoon called Magical Hat Turbo Adventures. The same again, Magikaru Hatu no Batubi Tabo Dabuken. Now also as well, instead of the crow like in Psycho Fox or the skull you've got in Decapattack, you get a little egg which looks just like Dizzy. You know, you remember Dizzy little egg that goes on the platform game? Looks just like him. No, there's absolutely no resemblance whatsoever. But yeah, I find this one is way better, far more colourful, way more upbeat, and the downside to this is it's one hit kills. You once again, if you've got your egg with you and you get hit, it gives you that extra life. But not like Decapattack. This one, you don't have a health bar. You don't have a health bar at all. You get hit once, you're dead. If you've got the egg with you, it gives you that extra health, that extra bit, and then you still carry on. But you've got to find another egg to protect you a bit more. Kind of like Guz and Ghost. You get hit with your shield on, you get hit with your arm on, you get knocked off, and then you've got one hit left and you're dead. Kind of like that. Now, the good news to this one is, with Magical Hat, the good news with this one is your spring poles are in this one as well. Now, if you time it right, if you land directly on the spring pole, you will get an extra life. So you can get something like 22. Each pole is made up of little bits, and you'll get an extra life for each bit that goes, and they change colour every time you land literally directly on top of that pole. It will give you an extra life, which is fantastic. Also, the beauty about this, what I forgot to mention, in Decapattack and Magical Flying Hat, you have a glide button. So if you bash in that jump button while you're gliding down, you'll keep gliding for a bit longer, which is great. It didn't have it in Psycho Fox. Same again, this is multi-scrolling up, down, left and right. Several different areas to choose, and once you've defeated certain area, because at the beginning of the game there's an island that explodes, same with Decapattack, but it's more of a skull human with a skull head or something, explodes, and you have to collect, once you've completed each level or each map area, they go back together. So by the time you got to the last level, it's completely completed together. You'll notice a resemblance between Decapattack and Magical Flying Hat. So guys, that is the spiritual sequel, the Japanese version. You can play it on, I think you need a converter to play it on a UK Mega Drive, but I've got a Japanese Mega Drive, I play it on that all the time. But guys, that is the Psycho Fox family, or the Psycho Fox games. 3 amazing games. Some of them are still pretty cheap. I think Psycho Fox about 15, 20. Decapattack was about 15, 20. Magical Flying Hat, I think you can get for 15, 20 boxed. If you're looking, complete in box, I think it's going for about 50. Very excellent games indeed. If you have not tried them, please give it a try. They're great games, all three of them, absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend it. Give it a try now. So guys, that's those three. I will say thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.